Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Titan del 86. Here you will find everything from your favorite characters, from anime, series or movies, such as figures, statues, trading cards, and other limited special edition items. I will show you everything that is included. For example, we will discuss the design of the box, how it's packaged, the design of the figure, the articulation points, the accessories that are included, and we will see our favorite characters in special scenes. And you never know, you might see other characters make special guest appearances, so you can decide whether it's worth getting or not. Subscribe and join me on new weekly adventures. Now let's start the show. Let's go. Welcome to my channel. My name is Titan del 86, and today from S.H.Figuarts and Dragon Ball Z, I present to you Android 20. This was a Tamashii Nations web exclusive release, therefore it comes in the brown box. In case you didn't know, Android 20 is also known as Dr. Gero, where the doctor basically implanted his brain into this particular android body. Looking at the front of the box, you have a cutout of Android 20. Once you look through the window, you can see the figure where he comes with 4 different expressions, and you also get a special one for Goku in his Super Saiyan form. Viewing the box from the back side, you can see different poses of Android 20, and it shows you that you can remove the head to show the brain. And it also has a scene with Android 19. On the final side of the box, you have more close-up shots of Android 20. Taking the figure out of the box, Android 20 comes in one blister pack. In it, you can see the 4 expressions for Android 20. Then you get a bonus expression for Goku. This is the expression for when he had the virus while he was fighting Android 19. Then on the side, you can see the remote control for Android 18 and 17. This is the 360 of Android 20 straight out of the box. He's got some strong details if you look into the facial expression as well as the outfit. He's got some really good markings there. S.H.Figuarts put a lot of details into this figure. Every little corner has some story to tell as far as the design goes. He's got a lot of hair there in the back. He looks really sharp. Don't forget to follow me on IG at Titan del 86. Also, the figure doesn't feel too heavy. The only thing that might hurt the figure is probably going to be the articulations that require movement of the head just because of the hair. The hair appears to only be attached by the back of the head, so I'm not sure how much articulation we're going to be able to get out of this figure to the point where we can do dynamic poses where the hair is not interfering. So that is something that we're going to have to look at here in more detail. I really like how they sculpted this figure. He's got a mean stance. Now let's check out the articulations that come with this Android 20. So the head movement is basically there. The problem is the hair's in the way. So you cannot really get a left or a right. But the hair does have articulation. You can rotate it this way, up and down. I wonder if I can make it 360. The hair's attached on the back side of the head. Right here you can kind of see it. So I think if we were to pull it out, I could probably put it upside down. Then you can kind of have the motion of him jumping. So it gives you this type of rotation for the head. Not ideal. This is as far down as he can look down and as far up. He's got the pinion for the shoulder. So this is as far as the arm can go. That's as far back. 360 on the arm. Oh, there we go. So this is as high as the arms can go. Just like Android 19 did, he's got two sections for the shoulder to complete the full range of movement. The big section gives you the 360, and then the other section gives you the up and down movement. Then you get another 360 here by the bicep. Here's the elbow, the wrist. It's got good movement there. The joints feel really smooth, almost as if they put oil in them or some kind of lubricant. He's got good chest movement, good rotation on the torso, which seems to come in from the upper waist as well as a little bit from the chest. So he can give you side movement. This is as high as the leg goes, which is something a lot better than what I've seen on other S.H.Figuarts, where this is one of the most limiting points on those figures. But this one seems to break a small barrier here, where it's a little bit higher than the rest. Wow, that is crazy. He can really actually go back. This is also something that I haven't seen in other S.H.Figuarts. 360 on the leg there. The leg movements are pretty good on this figure. The knee has a 3 section. It's not as good as I would have hoped, but it's there. He can do splits. This is fixed so it doesn't rotate. And for the foot, he has good side movement. Up and down is there. Then for the toes, one thing that enables the nice movement of the upper, lower, as well as the ability to have a full rotation on the legs is this piece here on the waist. If you look at it closely, it's almost divided into 2 sections. So this piece flexes up, giving you the range of motion that you always look for when doing movements in the legs. So it doesn't interfere. So it basically moves out of the way. And then it comes down when it's not required. So I really like what they did here. This was a good move. So the joints on this figure are really smooth, unlike some of the other figures that we've seen on this channel where they're a little bit stiff. These are like they were pre-oiled or pre-greased up, just to give you some nice smooth joints. There we go. Here's a close-up shot of the 4 different expressions that come with Android 20, as well as the bonus expression for Goku. I also gave you a close-up of the forearm with the hand torn off, as well as the remote. Then you can see Dr. Juro's brain. The first expression is the neutral one. The second one is supposed to be kind of like the action expression, but here to me now it looks more of a menacing laugh. The middle one is Goku's expression showing the effects of the virus when he first turned Super Saiyan while he was fighting Android 19. The fourth one is Android 20 smiling. Then the last one is a neutral expression, but this time he is looking to his left. Overall, I think he's got a good set of expressions. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? One thing to note, the bonus Goku expression doesn't really fit all the Goku figures. So in this one, I think you really have to have the Super Saiyan version of Goku if you want to fit it in. It cannot be any of the other special Super Saiyan edition figures. I tried this one on my 15th anniversary Super Saiyan Goku, and the pins were a little bit too far apart, so they wouldn't directly plug in. I also tried it with the other Goku figures that you've seen on this channel, and it doesn't seem to fit none of them. This is the scene when Goku first encountered Android 20, and after seeing all the destruction he was causing, Goku basically lost him and punched him in the face. I gave Android 20 that regular expression. Then I also swapped out the head for the brain that comes with the figure. Looking at it, you can see some really good details there. In my opinion, it looks a lot better than the one that came with Android 19. So this is where Android 20 was ready to fight Goku. Like I mentioned before, this figure seems really solid. The articulations are very good, and also the joints, just moving the joints, they all feel nice and smooth, which is something that on some S.H.Figuarts, some of the joints sometimes they feel either too loose or too tight, but for this one, they feel just right. It's almost as if they were lubricated. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. One thing to note, the headpiece for the brain and the hat is keyed, so there's no way you can actually put it backward. For a character that didn't do much in the Dragon Ball Z series, he looks pretty great. He did do a lot of stuff, basically behind the scenes, creating all the androids that went up there and fought against Goku, but as much as the screen time he had, in my opinion, he was basically just running away. He was a little bit more of a coward, especially after he saw that all his data was outdated based on the power levels of the Z fighters. Follow me on IG at Titan del 86. For this scene, I gave them the evil, malicious smile. This is where Vegeta launched an energy blast at random to try to draw him out, so he quickly jumped and rushed to it, ready to absorb the energy blast. If you recall, his particular android body ran off of energy absorbed from energy blast in order to replenish his fuel cells. The back of his head reminds me of a porcupine. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Hopefully the camera can capture the details on the palms of his hands so you can see the red circles where he would suck up the energy blast. One thing that I really like about this S.H.Figuarts is that he has some really good articulations on the abdominals. You could practically arc his body if you really wanted to, but here I didn't really want to use a stand for it, so I kind of just balanced it out to get that happy medium where he will still be balanced without tipping over while still giving you this scene. Don't forget to follow me on IG at Titan del 86. Let me know what are your thoughts on this Android 20.
Thanks for the charge, you fool!
I gave Dr. Jiro the expression where he's got the smirk. This is the scene where Android 20 snuck up on Krillin. He grabbed him by the leg and tossed him. I gave Krillin the surprise shock because he was caught off guard. Overall, this Android 20 figure is really good. I don't see any drawbacks as far as the design cues that were given to this figure. One thing I really like about this figure is that he's not limited on the leg movement. This is one of the very first S.H.Figuarts that I've seen where I could actually move the leg all the way up, where the leg movement is not restrained by anything else. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. It would be a lot better if there was more articulation in the hair, but it's not as bad as I was thinking at the beginning. Second of all, I really like the figure as far as what they did mechanically, where the joints were added. It really makes this figure really flexible. One thing like I mentioned when I did the review for Android 19, and you can click on the comment below so you can see my review of Android 19. It's the same comment that I made there is I would have loved to have seen a little bit more details on the broken robotic arm. Like maybe have the couple little wires coming out of there. But other than that, this is a really good figure to have in your collection. For this scene, I have Android 20 holding the remote control that would deactivate Android 17 and 18. I gave them the neutral expression that has the eyes looking towards his left. So here he's basically concentrating his attention to the remote control as he threatens Android 18 and 17. If you recall, this is how Dr. Giro kept Android 17 and 18 from disobeying him. Every single time they would do something that he didn't like, he would threaten them with deactivating them using the remote control. That's why when he reawakened them, that was the first thing that they went after. Another thing that I like about this figure is that he is very easy to balance. He looks really great. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Let me know in the comments what you think of this Android 20 figure. One thing to be careful though, when swapping out the faces, make sure that your fingers or whatever, make sure that your fingers don't slip and pull on the mustache. The mustache is attached only by the centerpiece and it's a soft plastic and it's not a forgiving plastic. So be careful when you're pulling on it because you could easily break it off. Don't forget to follow me on IG at Titandel86. I really like all the details that he was given, especially where you can see his brain. That really brings the figure to life. This is all I have for you today. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. And I will see you next week with a brand new video. Thank you and bye.
In the past, the two of you have displayed an unacceptable tendency to disobey my orders. I blame myself for this and the way I programmed you. I have since modified your programming, however. And I will no longer tolerate insubordination.